Thank you for joining me for devotions. Okay, all week we've been talking about waiting on the Lord. And if you missed my sermon last Sunday, watch that. It all fits together here. So today I want to talk about waiting requires endurance. Now, endurance is available to every believer. So I don't want to hear this weak talk, that you're all weak and you're all beat up. And listen, stop licking your wounds. Now, if you just lost somebody you love, that takes time, right? Okay, if you just had a big surgery and you're all beat up, listen, that takes time. Okay, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the average Christian. They've lost their edge. And you don't want to be weak like that in your faith. Hebrews 10:36. He said, you need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. Do you see what that says there? If you don't, on your end, my end, if I don't persevere, I am not going to receive from the Lord what he has promised. So that test has come along. That tragedy has taken place. The company has downsized. Your dreams have seemingly been crushed. Listen, you're waiting on God. Remember, you stay busy while you're waiting, letting God know that you believe he's going to bring it to pass. Listen, don't throw the towel in. Too many of us quit our dreams. Don't do that. Psalms 27:14, wait on the Lord, be strong. Notice here, back to us. We have to be strong. And take heart and wait for the Lord. Now, if somebody was going to break in your home to hurt your child, you'd give your life up to protect that child, wouldn't you? Well, but what we do, we let the enemy into our homes and to hurt our loved ones because we get weak in our faith. It's like we let our protective hedge down. Okay, listen, I want you to be strong. Be courageous. Trust in the Lord. Endure that trial, which you're going through right now. Sometimes when we're waiting for God to speak, he's waiting for us to listen. We say, I'm just waiting on God. No, you're not. God already told you what to do, but you're not listening to him. Now, God can't speak to you or to me unless I'm meeting with him, unless I'm praying unto him. Do you pray? Are you asking from your heart, God, what do you want me to do? Waiting upon the Lord in prayer. Waiting on God requires us to completely surrender to the Lord with the understanding that God knows what is best. Complete surrender is saying, God, listen, I just want to be better all the time. I want to be closer to you. If there's something in my life that needs to go, I want to get rid of it. I'm going to take some action. You're not going to be perfect, but constantly you want to be humble in your heart where you're going to God and telling him, God, I'll change in my life and do the things I don't even want to do if that is your will. James 1:2, he goes, my son Randy, this is one of his favorite passages. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you come across these trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. You hear that? So when you got trouble and you have trials, it causes you to be a steadfast, consistent person. And let that steadfastness have its full effect. What's that going to do? That you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. So you go through the fire, you go through the trial, you're waiting upon God, and God makes you stronger. God changes you on the inside, takes bad things out, puts good things in, changes, makes you a better person, a better servant. Listen, if you're not waiting, not written right, you're not seeking. So if you're not waiting, you're not seeking. Jesus said, you seek me. But if you're not waiting on him, you're not seeking him. Look at Isaiah 40:31, the best verse here on this. But they that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. If you wait upon God, you meet with God, you ask him for strength, he'll give it to you. They shall mount up like wings as eagles. I love that. Okay, if you can't fly, then they shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Listen, if you can't fly, then you run. If you can't run, then you walk. But I'm just telling you this. You trust in the Lord. You depend totally upon him. And he will give you the strength of which you need. So I want you to wait upon the Lord and praise him today that he's going to bring to pass that which you are praying for.